What's up, everybody? Quick channel update today. Actually just wanted an excuse to try out the microphone on my old GoPro, the GoPro Hero 8, and also try out my GoPro Max. So I figured we go for a drive and I could give you a quick channel update on what's coming up.
3, 2, 1, fight off.
Alright, so time for some updates. Let's get first off with the car. I'm still waiting for the I'm just waiting to make an appointment at this point. The dealership's open. I've got to make an appointment to get the ECM reflashed to comply with the service bulletin that'll do the airbags and the leaving the valve open that caused the afterburner that melted the badges, and they'll replace the badges, so that'll be good to go. On to the Hangar search. I did find a Hangar, reasonably priced. It was $250 a month. It was about a 35-minute drive from here, and really nice older gentleman that had it. There were 2 other airplanes. I think that was the biggest problem with it. Was it's a relatively good-sized Hangar, but I mean, you're gonna have to play musical airplanes. The chance of Hangar rash, running into each other, because every time somebody's got to fly, he's got to move an airplane, just not that great. I couldn't get a reply from the people with the T-hangars at the Slidell Airport, so I kind of disengaged. But honestly, after thinking about it, I've decided that I'm going to hold off on buying an airplane for now. And that's going to lead to 2 things that are coming up for the channel. Number 1, starting in the next week or 2, I have decided I'm going to go get my helicopter add-on. So it's 20 hours of dual instruction and 10 hours solo, 30 hours total, and an FAA check ride. So my plan is to get my helicopter add-on, and that'll be content for the channel. You know, I should be able to vlog that. That should be a good time because, you know, obviously I'm brand new at it, and we'll get to learn together. It should be a lot of fun. On the fixed wing side, I've found the local FBO here has got a Mooney M20J that I'm planning on renting to do some general aviation stuff, just to get back into it and stuff like that. So it's kind of more of a crawl, walk, run. If it does, you know, if it's something that does well, not just for the channel, but for me, then obviously I'm going to maybe buy an airplane eventually. But I think for now, the smart thing is just to kind of hold off and you know, just rent. It's better to rent, you know. It's the 3 F's. You know, it's always cheaper to rent, but in this case I think it just makes more sense for me to rent, because that obviously frees up capital so I can do cool things like go get a helicopter rating. Maybe I'll go get an L39 type rating, stuff that I can do not only for myself but also for the channel. And you know, I think it'll just be fun, and I've always wanted to get a helicopter add-on. So that's number 1. Number 2, for the airline update, I'm waiting to see if I'm going to end up with another leave of absence. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't even know if I'm going to go back, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to go back to the airlines, even if they do call me. It's kind of up in the air. I just don't know. But that is kind of, I'm still not flying, and I'm still, even the best case, if I go back to flying for the airline or going back to flying for the military, that'll be in July at the earliest, so that's no time soon. Gonky and I did a Top Gun, the first one, not Maverick, Mover Ruins Movies. We did that this weekend. It is stuck in copyright hell for the same reason that Air Force One is stuck in copyright hell. I think Paramount's going to be a lot better than whatever Lasso Entertainment Group is, but for now, the video's done. I'm just waiting for it to get released under fair use, which it is. It's back to the copyright strike. I did just get my first copyright strike on the channel for Air Force One. I have contested it because not only did I comply with I actually talked to them. I talked to the Lasso group that does copyright management. That's not even their product. They just do content management. I did talk to them, and they said, the clips have to be shorter than 7 minutes. So, okay, I made a video that was less than 7 minutes. And they tried to monetize it. And I said, no, you can't do that. And then they blocked it. And the only way at that point you can contest it with YouTube is if you do a counterclaim. So that's where we're at. I do have a copyright strike. It's no big deal. You can get up to 3 of them before they look at shutting down your channel. But that's the drawback of doing Mover Ruins Movies. As much as I like it, YouTube has a content ID system that flags it, so you know they can take down the video, and I do have to, you know, try to go through the copyright holders to try to get these videos approved. I've had good success previously. This is the first time I've ever had this much trouble, but just heads up, you know, it is coming up soon on the channel. So as well as part 2 of the Tomcat video, I'd hope to release it all together. You know, I was wanting to do like a Top Gun week, if you will, but it looks like it's going to be mismatched. And even when I do win the Air Force One, I'm still going to have to essentially do the same process all over again for part 2, because I had to break it up into 2 parts for the exact same reason. So it's going to be slow going, but what I'm hoping is, you know, now that the COVID stuff is kind of died down, I guess you could say, I'm hoping to get more real life content, you know, real life with the Corvette. You know, this is the first time I've driven a Corvette in a couple of weeks. It's good to get out. More aviation content and more outside content than anything else. That's why I got the GoPro Max for aviation stuff, to be able to have that 360 view, as well as I got the microphone, because I think, you know, vlogging more organically is probably better than sitting at my desk and trying to do it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to buy an airplane anytime soon. It just, for now, I'm just going to hold off, because I think it's the smart thing to do. So that's just a quick channel update. I hope everybody's been enjoying what's going on. We've still got a mover mailbag, maybe either this week or next, and I'm going to do some more fighter pilot memes to share with the channel. Plus, I'm interviewing a helicopter pilot with the United States Air Force. That'll be on the channel on one of the Mondays with Mover, which will be really fun, because it'll show the different side of military aviation and kind of how the helicopter side works. So I appreciate you watching. Thanks for being a part of the channel, and stick around for more content. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. And that's still the AWE touring exhaust with the X-pipe. Excuse me. Oh, no. Oh! Meant a lot of that. God. Why is that the Air Force guy? Actually fine with the doors off. All Fox speed. Don't be a douche. That's rule number 1.
Make them tell you no.